We owe our current developments to our ancestors. A fundamental question to begin this exploration is how humans, once focused solely on finding food and warmth, ended up building 100-story towers and driving cars. This video addresses the fundamental question of when humans became civilized. Approximately 8,000 years ago, the human population began to grow daily. Every day, the number of farmers and ranchers living in different geographical areas increased, and this increase in population created a basic need, which was nothing but organization. This organization was very important for maintaining the security of agricultural warehouses and improving the defense level of the land. The question that arises is, where did this organization come from? It can be clearly stated that the common people of the society tended to seek help from those who were stronger, either physically or mentally. This help-seeking led to division, which resulted in the roles of subjects and leaders. It was from this point that governments began to form. Evidence of these early governments can be found in various parts of the world around 5000 before Christ. However, we must look further back to when human civilization had not yet fully formed and humanity had not become entirely synonymous with the concept of organization. To best illustrate the journey of human advancement, one should begin with a voyage to the West, particularly America. Initially, it is prudent to segment the era of America's agricultural zenith into three distinct regions: Central, North, and South America. To summarize the agricultural development in the three regions, it can be stated that in Central and Middle America, specifically Mexico, Guatemala, and present-day Honduras, as well as in North America, agricultural advancement was limited. This was primarily due to the unfavorable climatic conditions in these American territories. South America stands out, as the manuscripts indicate significant progress. For instance, around 3,500 before Christ, evidence suggests the existence of over 30 cities along the Peruvian coast, indicative of both industrial and agricultural advancements in those regions. Additionally, the emergence of social stratification is noteworthy. Historians estimate that between 2,000 and 3,000 people lived in South America during that period. This concludes a summary of the circumstances in America at that time. Now, it is the appropriate moment to delve into Eurasia, or what is known as modern Europe. It is evident that the state of human development in Europe bears similarities to that of America. Progress is markedly apparent in certain European regions, while in others, significant advancement is lacking. An illustration of Europe's advanced regions is Eastern Europe, where present-day Serbia lies. Here, one of the oldest copper mines was found, and the Serbians began mining it. Approximately 7,000 years ago, the areas now known as Serbia and Hungary emerged as the epicenter of metalworking during that era. Shifting geographically, we arrive at present-day Bulgaria, where gold hills and mines were discovered for the first time. Interestingly, there was such a surplus of gold that it was used to purchase agricultural products. We have now grasped the general state of human societies between 5,000 and 8,000 years ago. It is timely to address the central question of this video: the dawn of human civilization. A significant commonality among the regions we will discuss henceforth is their rivers. Indeed, 4 river valleys marked the pivotal juncture for the advent of human civilization. 4 locations in the ancient world experienced rapid progress due to the presence of rivers in those regions. These points were along the Nile River in Egypt, the Indus River in what is now Pakistan, the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in modern-day Iraq, and the Yellow River in China. The evidence supporting this includes the expansion of agriculture, technological innovation, and the construction of cities, indicating an acceleration of human progress in these areas. We must now gain a better understanding of these regions by providing a concise explanation of each aspect. Let's explore these areas in terms of their appearance, the food and hunting practices, the environment, and their locations. We will examine these four aspects from an ecological perspective, starting with Egypt and the Nile River. Dividing Egypt into northern and southern regions, the majority of the population resided in the north due to the region's abundance. This prosperity was largely due to the frequent floods of the Nile River, which enriched the land. It is believed that Egypt produced the finest wheat during that era, with wheat and barley being the staple foods of the populace. Certainly, floods have not always been beneficial, occasionally leading to the destruction of crops. However, it is also necessary to note that periods of drought were common, as documented in historical records known for detailing such dry spells. The story of Prophet Yusuf, as affirmed by Islamic teachings, serves as an example. Briefly, the floods in that narrative led to agricultural prosperity and a subsequent population increase in the area. Reflecting on the situation of the people of Egypt along the Nile River, let's turn to the Indus River in present-day Pakistan. In contrast to the Nile, the Indus River experienced fewer floods, which historians believe occurred twice a year. The inhabitants of this region, known as the Harappans, ingeniously utilized these floods to cultivate wheat and barley for their community. However, it is worth noting that this strategy was not entirely successful, as archaeological evidence suggests that these floods ultimately led to the destruction of their cities and the demise of their civilization. This is also from the Indus River. Let's explore ancient Mesopotamia, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers flow through modern-day Iraq. Mesopotamia, along with the Tigris and Euphrates, is renowned for its historical violence. But what accounts for this notoriety? As we've discovered, while river floods are common in all the regions we've discussed, the floods of the Sindh River were not only unpredictable but also exceptionally devastating. Historical records indicate that the floods led to the destruction of constructed ditches and dams, and in addition to other regions, the Tigris and Euphrates areas also experienced sandstorms. If we consider dividing Mesopotamia into northern and southern regions, akin to Egypt, it's noted that some Mesopotamians migrated to the southern areas along the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Despite the near-drought conditions, their ingenuity led them to construct ships and mud buildings. They also erected a dam, which, built from thorns and stone, still stands and functions in Iraq today. At this juncture in the video, we must pause and defer the rest of the explanation to the next installment. Up to this point, we have grasped the era and manner in which human civilization attained brilliance. To fully comprehend human aspirations, we need to trace back to the dawn of time when humans first experienced the allure of politics and power and internalized it. So, until the next video, farewell for now.